gonna intro, though. We're watching Star Trek. That is the intro. It's done. Okay, so, yeah, how did they get the Enterprise D saucer off the surface of, what was it, Viridian 3?
That sounds right.
What happened?
Yeah.
It has to have been a tractor beam.
Yeah,
because otherwise that's crazy. Like, they do have tugboats, but they're only supposed to work in space.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I do know is the episodes today, which 2 of them are really, really good. One of which is the kind that I've only seen once because it was okay at best. It's fine. Tinker, Tenor, Doctor, Spy, excellent. 10 out of 10 episode. Photonic canon, Doctor singing, opera, great. Riddles, it's pure Tuvok. It's all Tuvok all the time. It's great. Alice, it's okay. It's fine. But it's not a Chakotay episode. It's a Tom episode. It's Tom dating a shuttle. And that's the whole episode. Tom gets a new shuttle.
Oh, blocked that one.
There's one really good part though. I'm pretty sure they get the shuttle from Silic. Silic's in that episode, and he's cool. I don't know the actor's name anymore, but he's Silic. Also, the intro song for Tinker, Tenor, Doctor, Spy. If you direct your attention to the Discord general chat, he sings another variant of that song for the Cassini space probe in real life. Because he just sings opera. And that's all I've got to say about that. How's the weather?
Bravo, Cassini. Makes sense.
It's Missions Feeney. God, it's a really good song though. So how's the weather? Are you still in England? Is it still cloudy there?
Still in England. Still probably cloudy. I'd have to check because I didn't actually go outside today.
Yeah, nobody goes outside. What's the point?
It's mostly clear right now.
Okay. Why are you in England? What's up with that?
Got a job at a trading firm. And it was a good job, so...
Who applies for jobs in another country?
I mean, I work on compilers for a living. It's kind of niche, so... Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the London, office that has the compiler work, so...
Okay. Do you like corn?
I grew up in Indiana, so I could have required to like corn.
Okay, I got like a minute and a half to fill, and I've said everything I want to about the episodes that are coming up.
Gotcha. Corn is good.
Oh, Riddles. Here's another thing. Riddles is all Tuvok all the time, but it's also Neelix all the time, but that's okay. I don't think he ruins it.
Oh, okay.
He's not a huge creep to Tuvok.
Oh, good. Good.
Like we
lucked out that. Oh, that's right. I guess his creep days are largely over. Is he managed to be creepy still? Without Cass ever?
No, I think he's even perfectly appropriate with Naomi. I think he stopped being a creep. Or Ethan Phillips. Ethan Phillips seems like a great guy, but come on, Neelix is just the worst.
Yeah.
At least in the first couple seasons. Maybe 3 seasons. 3.5. He gets better eventually. And fortunately, we are now in the eventually part. Neelix is no longer total garbage. God, I hate season 1 Neelix.
Yeah.
20 seconds. Everyone queue up Tinker, Tenor, Doctor, Spy. It is season 6, episode 4 or something. You'll know when you see it. It's the one with the doctor and the cannon and the red shirt. And there's singing, and there's pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. That's just like a black tarp with white dots on it, right?
Yeah.
I want to see them pan the camera from left or right so I can see if the stars have apparent motion.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, no, actually.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I know on at least one show it was just like a blanket. Maybe TNG season 1?
That would make sense.
Oh yeah, because in TNG season 1 you can like see all the weird reflections of the set on the windows in the observation lounge.
Huh?
So we questioned before whether it was actually Jerry Ryan singing the "I am your, you are my
Oh, yeah.
sunshine" stuff, which I'm pretty sure it was. But this is absolutely, what's
Yeah.
the name?
Picardo.
Picardo. This is absolutely Picardo, 100%.
Yeah.
He's just an opera singer. You can go watch his stuff.
Yeah. Which, if you'd asked me which of their performances was the actual
Oh.
actual actor, would not have guessed this one.
Which performance was the actual what?
Was the actual actor.
Ah. And there, now it's all blurry. Good. How often do you sing this to yourself? The Tuvok, I understand. All the time. God, I need a full version. Now, even in the Doctor's fantasy, Tom can't listen to what he's told. He just told Tom to spray Tuvok in the behind with it. He did not.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Tom.
They must have liked the line too much and then liked that shot too much.
I like how the subtitles are done on this version, where all the spacing out of the long words in the opera version are spread across multiple lines.
Oh yeah.
Like when he was saying very illogical, it was just VEE, and then the next subtitle was RY. You can do that? What trickery is this? I forget. Is this an episode where they treat him like a person or like a machine? Because they keep going back and forth.
They do.
They can't decide if he's a person. That never was an issue for Data. Whenever people like, no, he's not a person, it was never a member of the crew, except Pulaski, but even she got better.
Right. Yeah. I guess it's easier when you can just like turn him off and he just disappears. Yeah.
They gave him control over his deactivation subroutines
True.
eventually. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that either. I don't want my computer to turn itself off.
That would be weird.
Like, no, I feel like I
frustrating.
stressed the graphics card a little too hard. I think I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
Sorry, scheduled break. There he is, Robert Picardo as the Doctor. I think it's very true
Yes.
that later seasons of Voyager, it was all about the Doctor and Seven. Those are the only two real characters in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just kind of there.
They are the best characters.
They do.
But
And potentially the best actors.
yeah. Yeah. I'm glad Picard has made so much use of Seven. She's great.
But is she going to get a spin-off show?
I hope so. That would kick so much butt.
Also, I'll have you know her name is, what's her name? Wait, Annika Hansen.
She's not happy about that though. Like, seems heavily implied she's still 7.
Anyway, that's all we're gonna say about Picard, at least the
Yeah.
latest season.
Mhm.
Come on, B'Elanna, he's just lonely. Never gets to go out and do anything. In
Yeah,
fact, the last time they let him on
go.
an away mission, he brought a bomb aboard. Maybe we shouldn't let him go.
Yeah, that can't have helped him.
Seriously, 1,000 nebulae are usually measured in light years.
Yeah,
What's this 1,000 kilometer nebula? What is this?
a little puffball.
Maybe it was just like a small ejection from a nearby star.
Mm. Like a coronal mass ejection.
Okay,
That's
so
a
this is an
thing.
episode
Those
where
are
he's
words
not
I
a
remember.
person. That's a big one. I would be very upset if my coworkers refused to acknowledge my sentience. See, the way she says it sounds patronizing.
Yeah.
You are a slave robot. You don't get to make demands of us.
Well, he does, but we'll only respond as patronizingly as we possibly can.
Oh, that's a weird looking ship. Why is it so spiky? These guys, I mean, they remind me of the Packlettes, but I think it's only really in appearance.
Yeah.
Just being large. They're large
Yeah.
aliens.
I do kind of automatically expect them to be dumb now.
To be fair, this one is.
Oh yeah. It's not the makeup you give an alien race that's supposed to be formidable.
The decision making of these aliens, I don't remember the name of their species, but their decision making I don't understand. Because by the end of the episode, he's done all his scanning, he's determined they have a photonic cannon to defeat the Borg. And they decide, yeah, no, actually, that is a good chance to attack. Let's go kill them. The people that they previously deemed an unacceptable risk. And now that they know more about them, know that they're extremely powerful. Why is that an acceptable risk?
I mean, the risk is higher, but the reward is higher, I guess, is the calculation.
I guess? For the record, of course. God, we just need the supervisor to pull him into his rooms. Like, if you go over my head again, I'll bust you down to crewman.
Gonna say.
Do full Captain Archer on him.
Okay, this guy's dumb, but I do like him.
He might be evil, but he's a good guy. He's cool. Oh God. Rick Berman, is that you?
uh, oh, Rick. Why?
Wait, did he think the letter was from Neelix? Wait, does that imply the doctor wanted it to be from Neelix? Or that he thinks Neelix in real life is into him? It occurs to me that by virtue of his emitter and the fact that he can speak, he could absolutely just emit this music, right? He's a walking jukebox. It's so weird. Yes, Janeway is clearly the alpha of this situation.
Yes. Let's just be glad he had his hands to himself when he snapped out of it.
Is this... I feel like this might be foreshadowing that he's losing control of the program, because that was clearly an inappropriate time to daydream.
Yeah.
Also, that's not true. That's strictly not true. We have multiple episodes of you breaking down because you tried to expand your limits too much.
That's true.
And we're gonna have more. Yes, we need it. God,
Yes,
I'm looking
that's a
forward to
good
the emergency
idea.
command hologram. Well, it's not like you're doing anything else. You guys are just flying through empty space. What do you... Come on.
That's a good point. He's already daydreamed himself as ECH, right? I remember the
Uh,
sequence with the pips appearing one by one.
that hasn't happened yet, but it will.
Oh, that had.
Also, that was such a bad response by Janeway. I've requested that Starfleet create a team of engineers. You're 80 years away.
Oh,
Wait, they have encryption? Starfleet has a firewall? Since when did they do cybersecurity?
yeah.
When did that happen?
I guess it's only in effect if you're outside the ship. That's the firewall
No,
policy.
it works everywhere. Like, people have hacked into the ship. Repeat, or rather, people have hacked into crewmen on the ship.
It's a lot of satisfied sighing in these subtitles.
Ah, satisfied sighs. Easy pickings.
Why does he think he's going to get that in a few? Okay, good. My concern is being
That
echoed.
the doctor wouldn't. He does everything on the ship. He's the engineer, he's the doctor, he's the captain, he's the entertainment guy. God, he's rooting for the doctor. He's so invested in this. He's just watching it like it's a soap opera. Like, yeah, doctor.
When
Wait,
does he
what's
think
so
he's
good
gonna
about
talk to each
Neelix's
other?
hollow images that you didn't want Balana's?
Oh.
I guess he was just bitter at the moment. That's stupid, Neelix. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Freaking Talaxians. They're the wor- I'm just looking for excuses to hate Neelix.
Hey,
Is that a planet or more nebula? Oh, it is a planet. Oh, yeah. They literally were just talking about it. Of course it's a planet. Oh, it's just a sphere. You'll be fine. They don't even. So, this is the doctor's opinion of Starfleet security.
accurate opinion.
I mean, this should actually work, right? The Borg can just, like, beam nanoprobes into people, can't
Yeah,
they?
seems like it should. Yeah.
As long as you sneak up on somebody before they can raise their shields, this should be fine.
Oh.
Yes, the
Yes.
pips.
It is pretty excellent.
The- Do we know the name of that species yet?
I don't think so.
Well, Mr. Pirate Crewman here is clearly just a representation of the audience, watching with rapt attention as the doctor gets promoted.
Yes.
Why were
Of
they
course.
there? Doctor, why are there hypos on the bridge? Oh, because, like, the captain is occasionally revealed to have a phaser under their chair. The doctor has a bloody hypo under their
Oh yeah.
chair. You are the computer. So this is where I start questioning the hierarchy's decision to engage Voyager. Like, are we 100% sure we can take him? Ooh, spooky crossfade. Not
Gonna
anymore. You're
say
welcome. Also, that's not true.
it's
We
not.
saw loads of debris.
I was gonna say
It, like, split the sphere in half, but a warrior. Avoid all confrontation. Let's attack.
Yeah. Avoiding direct confrontation. I
I
think I'll
wonder if
say that
these
next
guys can
time.
take the board. They don't
Somewhat.
really seem bothered.
Next time at work, a supervisor likes my idea. I think I'll say the hierarchy approves.
Ah, you have to like plug the flash drive into your computer first. The equivalent would definitely be you plug in the flash drive and there's just a notepad file that says approved. Wow, look, limitations of your program. What a surprise. Who could have seen this coming? Nobody says that, Balana.
I mean, it's more or less what they say about lawyers.
What does Patak even translate to? Yes, now they can save it. They have two people working the same keyboard. They can do it twice as fast.
Yeah. Especially if they need to keep a hacker out.
Except,
Except. God.
yep, seems legit. That all makes sense. It's fine. Warp core ejection doesn't even work. It doesn't do anything. And even if it
He's
did, they
like,
could just pick it up again. What's the big deal?
oh God. Oh.
Biobed is the canon? Okay.
Oh, it would be mortifying if you learned that
This
other people were
Wait till the end of the
receiving your
episode where
daydreams.
with Seven and his painting. It gets so much worse. Ah, with Leola frosting.
They should really specify the thing that the captain really ought to have a look at. Like, I know why they don't for drama reasons, but
Oh
still.
no. Rick Berman? So this isn't really a Star Trek thing, because this is something that happens in various media, the whole painting somebody thing. It's like a trope.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be super boring for the person who's just laying there? What do they do?
I mean yeah,
Because
that's the
painting
job
takes
of
a
being
while.
a model. They're
It just
paid to be naked and stay very still for a while.
the pips. Wait, hang on. The pips because the pips were fully CG, they were standing perfectly still in the frame, but the doctor was moving
Oh.
back and forth a little bit. It's just the painting doesn't feel like a romantic activity, or rather, it would if it didn't take several hours to make a painting.
Oh boy.
Oh, I remember this bit, the little wave from Tom. Come on. Yes. That part specifically I remembered.
That's pretty great.
Tom's just a nurse. He's a doctor. He's a person again. Don't worry about the status. It's fine. Don't it's
Right.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Thank you. I mean, they'll still find Voyager mostly as they described it.
Yeah.
I don't think the
No.
part about the doctor being important, I don't think they would actually care.
Yeah. It's true.
There's no canon, but whatever. They just want the dilithium and the other thing. Deuterium?
Yeah. Yeah. Which. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, their dilithium and their antimatter. So if anything, this will go better for them than they think it will because Voyager doesn't have a giant death ray.
Yeah. That's true.
Granted, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know anything about real Voyager.
Well, they said they surveyed and found for the dilithium, whatever that meant. So that was like scanners, not doctor, I
Yeah.
assume. So he knows they have dilithium and antimatter.
There is to his ego. Lots of damage there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Janeway? You don't respect him in half the episodes he's in. But now she has to be nice to him because he did the whole, I just want to help the people I love.
Yeah. Yeah. Good thing he
Which,
thought that for a
again,
moment.
presumably is Neelix. Oh, that's a good point. He'll never lose her respect because he never had her respect. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. How many people are on Voyager? Isn't it like 100-ish?
Actually, did they
I'm
ever
just
say
wondering.
when the ban on integration with AI came into effect?
I mean, it's after this for sure, but um,
Yeah.
it'd have been like 2390-ish, right? Because the latest season of Picard They just went into 2400s.
Right.
It'll be like 20 years from this episode.
I always kind of assumed that when it was mentioned on Discovery that AI has been banned from controlling ships to begin with, because otherwise,
But
like,
you see,
why
that
wouldn't they
was
just do it?
classified. It never happened. What are you talking about? There was no evil AI.
Right.
Good to have hobbies. That's the part you're upset about, not the fact they're about to raid the ship? He doesn't even care about the attack. He sounds so unenthused. You know, Tom would be a peeping Tom, wouldn't he?
Probably. Gonna say, right.
Tell me about your species. What are you? What do you call yourselves? I feel like they should be called something like the Penk.
Yeah, do they ever end up naming the species?
I don't know. Let me look up Star Trek hierarchy. Apparently, they're called the Overlookers. I don't. I feel like that's not established in canon. That feels like beta canon. Where is it supposed to be established? I'm looking at the memory alpha for it. Okay, they're called. The species name of Overlookers comes from the shooting scripts. It's not said anywhere.
Yeah, okay. How many aliens do we have that aren't named? It's not very, probably not very many.
Unnamed alien species? There's a bunch of species that show up, like, in the background.
True.
But if aliens that actually have lines, no, I think they're pretty thorough about giving them
Yeah.
backstories. Not Star Wars level, which is crazy. The Star Wars people are insane,
True.
but they're pretty good about it.
I do like the fact that everyone has a different language and we actually get to hear the languages in Star Wars. Like, I wouldn't mind. I guess we had a lot of subtitles to read on Star Trek, but still.
Yeah, like even when Discovery Season 1, they had all the Klingons always speaking in Klingon. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like this. Because
They used those weird subtitles, like, didn't they put them in Bad Gothic or something weird?
yeah, it was Klingon Gothic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, it was just, I don't want to have to physically look at a show to understand what's going on. I want to be able to listen to it. And I don't actually
Oh,
understand Klingon.
Oh, okay. I just about never am not looking at something I'm watching, so
Well,
I don't mind
for
subtitles at all.
first watch, no, absolutely look at it. But I mean, like, if I'm playing a game or
Yeah,
something, to put on an episode of Star Trek in the
fair enough.
background.
I guess I don't really do that much either.
Because if I do that and there's like 10 minutes of straight Klingon language, it's like what
Yeah.
am I supposed to make of this? What is the hierarchy? Is the hierarchy like
Yeah.
admiral level, or is it like a Landru?
Yeah, I wonder. It seemed
Does the
to
hierarchy
respond
exist?
awfully quick.
I bet they don't exist. I don't think the hierarchy are real.
Could be an AI.
If you say so, Tom. Yeah, the Overlookers. Oh Jesus, that's not a whoopee cushion. It's fine. Wait, why does the duty roster beep at you? Hey, whatever, doesn't matter. So, yeah, in the episode The Void, we get to once again introduce these aliens and their use of spine as a species. So we bring it full circle. We actually use previously established strengths of this species in a way that makes sense in another story.
Wow.
Wow.
Continuity in my Star Trek.
It cannot be. God. That doesn't mean anything. Why is that? Wait.
What?
Shouldn't that be standard procedure anyway? If they can do that?
Yeah, the rotating phasers. Yeah, like it's clearly very effective. Everyone should just rotate their phaser frequencies.
Oh my god, that's the same little wave Tom did. More continuity in my Star Trek. No, improvise. Tuvok would never dare do that if he was actually the captain in the chair.
No.
But it does come across as a real power move by the Doctor.
Yeah, it does.
But he's so good. The best actor on the show.
It really is.
Love Picardo. We really need a Star Trek Picardo. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
You'd have to explain away why he looks 20 years older.
They've been going through a mess of that lately.
Yeah.
Guinan, Q. Yeah.
Well, Guinan, we solved that real easy. Just get a new Guinan.
Well, no, I mean,
Don't worry about the fact she looked exactly the same in the 17 or 1800s. It's
right.
fine.
No, but present day Guinan, they still used Whoopi Goldberg and had to explain.
Yeah. Yeah. What was their excuse? She just went like, "Oh, we can choose to alter our appearance."
Exactly. Yeah.
So
They age if
they're
they
like
choose to, which
shapeshifters.
seems weird. Like, why the hell would you choose that? But yeah.
Now, if they're actually scared of the photonic cannon, they knew the Doctor had the photonic cannon, allegedly. So now it's suddenly a big threat.
Yeah.
I don't understand their logic. Why does the hierarchy suggest the hierarchy already knew about the photonic cannon? These people make no sense.
Yeah.
They were just that intimidated by the Doctor's power move.
Forgot it's great.
Oh, are they going to have a little party for him? Are they going to make him the ECH? I think they're going to make him the ECH.
I assume so.
Oh, no pips. Close enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you say so.
Aw.
Savage. I did you look at the little medal? It was just a regular pip, except it had a little Starfleet delta in the middle. Yes, the Starfleet Medal of Honor, whatever it was. Okay, so that was the best episode for today. It's all downhill from here. The
Is it monotonically downhill? I don't remember.
it's okay. So that was the peak. That was the best episode for today. It's gonna go down real fast, but then it's gonna go right back up.
Okay.
So the next episode is Alice. Alice is okay. It's fine. It's an adequate episode. I wouldn't go so far as to call it good, but it's fine. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh on it. This is an episode I've only watched once, and it was like 4 years ago. So,
It didn't make much of an impression then.
no. There are certain episodes I've rewatched multiple times. Tinker Tenor Doctor Spy. I've rewatched Riddles repeatedly. That episode where the Doctor goes to that primitive hospital that kills poor people. That one's really good. Pretty much anything Doctor centric. Also press play.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
I remember thinking that at the time too. Like after the first season, it was like his bottle episode was the best episode.
The Message in a Bottle with Andy Dick.
No, the act. I mean,
Okay.
the little B bottle episode.
Literally, we knew the Doctor was the best character. Why is the stream not updating for me? Oh, it's a little behind. Clearly, the Doctor, we knew he was the best when he turned into a Viking warrior and defeated Grendel.
Yeah, okay, that was good.
No, the one.
The one where he
The one has to figure
agonizes
out whether
over
the
his
ship is
fake
real.
daughter dying?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called.
Wait, the one with his family?
Was that the
Or
one?
a different one? I don't know which.
I just remember the big dilemma being whether he has to figure out whether he's about to save the ship or destroy it.
Well, that literally just happened.
Right, that's true. But it also happens in the first season.
I don't. There's one where he does that with Barkley. That's Silic. John Fleck, that's his name. We have a silver sphere and a copper sphere, and there's a yellow sphere. Speaking of yellow
All your
spheres,
sphere
what a big
needs.
yellow sphere. Yes.
Hey guys.
Hi. Oh my god, John Fleck is playing Neelix in this episode. Season 1 Neelix, the junk trader. Except he's not a creep. Well, he might be. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember he's John Fleck.
The Doctor is the best because he can sing.
I mean, his singing episodes are good. Like the one where he teaches the Advanced Society how to sing. That one was fun.
Mhm.
Contrary to season 1, where he was angry at people and saying, I'm a doctor, not a performer. No, I think you might be a performer.
Later, he joins a whole civilization as a singer. So
Yeah.
he's a performer, like you said.
I want to get another look at that junkyard and see if I can recognize like some of the debris. I was like, Wolf 359 when they are investigating the debris after. It's the same exact shot as that Federation surplus depot in a later season. So I wonder if this junkyard is reused. Which, by the way, the Borg debris and the Federation surplus depot being reused. Also, I think this is a reuse. Now that I'm looking at it, that's a good indicator that Wolf 359 was an inside job. But yeah,
Says,
I think that junkyard we just saw, I think that's going to be reused in the episode where they have that big race.
this guy plays Silic.
Yes, he is John Fleck, and he's great.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so when you were saying he plays Neelix season 1, you didn't mean literally playing Neelix season 1.
Yes,
No.
I am aware this is not Ethan Phillips. Well,
Okay.
I mean, Ethan Phillips is on screen right now.
Okay.
Also, the last intake was all about Ethan Phillips,
Okay.
Yes.
which is the only blooper I have, or that I've done at least, where someone actually swears and it's uncensored.
So Starfleet shows that they will just use anyone's computer parts, and they don't have any, like, they don't format the hard drive, they don't do a virus scan.
So, last episode we discovered that Starfleet does apparently have cybersecurity, but I'm pretty sure it was only for that episode.
Yeah.
It's like you
And we were all
install
excited about its continuity.
Yeah, I don't see any triangles here. I'm looking.
debris field.
That ship on the far right that has like 3 points looks a little familiar, but I don't know what it's from.
This was a fun episode because we have the Delta Flyer, but here we get to, and it's a husband and wife project too. So you get bonding between the two characters, which is good because we didn't get a wedding. instead of going home,
Starfleet
They're-
continues to plunder.
they're too busy playing NASCAR with like alien worlds. It's like it's funny because you think racing is exciting, but I remember Malcolm in the Middle episode. Father takes his 3 sons to
Wait. Chakotay just said we already have a full complement of shuttles plus the Delta Flyer.
Mhm.
They've lost like 5 shuttles by now. What does he mean full complement?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason.
That's gotta mean they're rebuilding them, canonically.
And also recovering the ones that crash land.
He's absolutely looking for a new toy.
Yeah, that's totally wrong though. They do not have a full complement of shuttles aboard.
They also have Neelix's shuttle, which will come up in like one episode eventually.
So, in Malcolm in the Middle, a show from the 1990s, this father takes his 3 boys to the Indy 500, and you think it's exciting because it's like the most prestigious, racing event in America. But you watch like 500 laps, and like the first 499 don't matter, So,
Occasionally someone crashes, and that's the exciting part.
yeah, but again, you got to watch for hours and hours and hours for that one payoff, and even then, it's not guaranteed. So, and it's hot too, by the way. So you're baking in the heat, and so anyway, racing is
Oh,
not.
you don't mean the shuttle is hot?
So racing is not as fun of a sport as you would imagine.
I don't imagine it's very exciting. It's people turning.
Yeah. People turn left and drive fast.
Well, fun fact. So where NASCAR came from the Prohibition era, because people would modify their car engines to run a little bit faster than regular, and then therefore they could outrun the cops.
Hell, it's title drop.
And then, then cop cars, as you might know, they actually are faster than regular cars. They make them a little bit better with the engine because the point is the police should be able to outrun you. But yeah, that's where the great tradition of American racing comes from. Smuggling alcohol up the northeastern seaboard. But
This shuttle feels like a cursed artifact where the only way to get rid of it is to get someone else to willingly accept it. It's like the Silic clearly knew something was screwy with it.
yeah.
But he didn't just blow it up.
Yeah.
Oh god. That looks evil. Come on, Tom. He's already looking weird and gaunt. Like, look at the coloration on his cheeks. Actually, I think that's just engine grease. Never mind.
Yeah. But like, you shouldn't just plug yourself into alien hardware.
Pro tip.
Like, Starfleet doesn't care about its people if they're allowed to just.
Why are you pressing buttons, Tom? There's nothing there. Do they forget to CG in buttons or what?
One thing really cool though, so when your loved one has a hobby that's consuming all their time, it's not just a hobby anymore.
Like, what happens if your husband cheats on you with a bandsaw?
Just like he's, a video game addiction is like this too. It's like everyone, your family's good night,
Slow zoom and music change.
and you're playing Minecraft.
It's the spooky music.
We got people coming over. You're playing Minecraft.
Well, they can play Minecraft too. They can shut up.
Okay. But yes, good direction. The ship is alive or something, or is it? So it just
Why are you
takes
going all weird about it, Chip? Come on.
Tom's voice and makes it all seductive, huh? But yeah,
People say if you find a flash drive on the street, you absolutely do not plug it into your computer under any circumstances. You just don't. It's a bad idea. This dude plugged his brain into a strange device.
Hey, Rob.
That I feel like everything here is absolutely Tom's fault.
It's Starfleet's fault for not having policy and procedure related to
Plugging your brain into strange computers?
Yeah, neural hardware. Like you can't get it all tested out or have your own software. Like
No,
this thing.
okay, Tom, look. You need to call either security or the doctor or both. If you see a personification of your spaceship in your quarters, just come on, man. Are you going to tell anybody about the hallucination? No? This is all good?
And, you know, he did say he was going to do it by himself, so.
Yeah, but that was before the hallucinations.
That was before his personality started to change, and he started hearing voices. Nice leather. It's more like vinyl leather.
So, wait. He just left. He left his uniform in the shuttle bay. So is Alice the ship gonna steal it to impersonate an officer? Like, they zoomed in on it. That's gotta be a Chekhov's uniform.
Alice is a good name because he's going down the rabbit hole.
Didn't he say, who is Alice again? I didn't really catch it. Is that his ex-girlfriend? Jeez, chapter 37. How long is Captain Proton? I wonder if Captain Janeway still plays Queen Arachnia sometimes.
You're not spending time with your best friend. You're not spending time with your wife. You're not spending time on your job.
You're literally hallucinating.
Yeah, you're experiencing auditory hallucinations.
Alice was a girl who... Okay, so she was like the one that got away. He wanted to date Alice, but he didn't. So the analogy of him cheating on his girlfriend with a spaceship actually kind of holds up.
Bear is a rock. That's
Yeah.
Can we not replicate beryllium?
Mm,
Oh, good point.
champagne has to be from France. Hey, welcome. Van Dodova.
Axial. Is that the first time we get a name for Neelix's shuttle? This is such a... Is... Robo, as,
Hello?
you know, the kind of person who might know about this, is this normal for people to personify their vehicles this much? And talk about dating a car?
All right. So there are people who do, and I find it really cringy.
Yeah,
Like,
this is weird.
So, all right, my one car, my go fast car. It was given a name, but not by me. But the people who put like vanity plates and stuff with really cheesy stuff, it's like it makes me cringe.
Well, we personify countries, the motherland and the fatherland.
Yeah, but you
That's
don't talk
different. That's
about going
different.
on a date with America.
True.
I go on a date with America every night when I clutch my pillow and my AK-47, AR-15. AK-47s for commies.
So this isn't the episode where they have a galactic race and Balana is his
No.
pilot.
No,
Okay.
but I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
the
different episode.
junkyard is the same CGI as the race area.
Okay. Sorry, I confused my trick.
Oh, you're gonna make the ship jealous.
Ooh. Temperature modification complete, Tom. I love the way you push my buttons.
Did Rick Berman write this whole episode?
Possibly.
There's this. I think it's the really funny scene where Balana. Paris is so absorbed. Go ahead.
I feel like Alice is about to try to murder Bolano. Like, is she gonna get a shock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, does he?
Oh, Bolana's using the word "it." It's gonna make the ship angry. There it is. Oh. Okay, it's less murdery than I thought, but there was a shock.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. That's
It
coming.
definitely it tries to straight up kill her later.
Oh yeah, this is chapter 1 of murder.
This is chapter 1 of take out anyone who's trying to get my pilot away from me.
Oh, he's got some stubble, indicating his descent into madness.
Mm.
Remember, anybody with a beard is crazy.
It is yeah, that is how it works.
No. There's certain lengths of beard that make you crazy, okay? I haven't shaved in 3 weeks, a week or something. That's crazy. And then the
Yeah.
totally unkempt beard, but like a groomed beard
5 o'clock
that's
shadow.
been intentionally grown is not crazy.
Well, how do you feel about LeVar Burton's beard? Because it's really short, and it doesn't really look groomed, but there's not much grooming he can do because it's like 2 millimeters long. He has it for like 1 episode, maybe 2.
So funny thing, I was just reading that the U.S. Army is the only modern military that doesn't allow beards. The British allow it, the Australians allow it, the French allow it, Germans allow it, and we're the only ones that have like this strict. Even the
It
Marines.
depends. It depends on what branch you're in and what position you're in. So the reason why you can't have a beard is because gas masks won't seal against a beard.
They say that, but
So
it
they
turns
say
out
that.
they say that, but I mean,
It's true.
I mean, that can't be
It's
the only
true.
reason, because presumably other armies also have gas masks. Like,
When the Navy used to let you had to get your commanding officer to give you like a I don't know what it's called, but like a discompensation. Like he had to give you permission to grow a beard, and you got so much time, so many days, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to grow out your beard, and then they would look at you and determine if it looked like good. And if it was like full enough to be like a beard, and then they would say, okay, you can keep it or you got to get rid of it. I know
So
that
the rule
they
about
used to.
beards is whether you personally happen to have a nice beard.
So the other thing is, like, if you're in special forces, I understand that the rules are different for them. They might get the ability to grow a beard, but they've loosened up a lot of the regulations based on religious requirements. So,
And the fact
if
that it's
you are growing a
stupid
beard
and
for,
we're not at war and there's no chemical warfare going on.
if you have a religious requirement to grow a beard, you might also be able to.
Oh my goodness.
So Alex is hot, by the way.
Is this what his not ex-girlfriend, his ex person
Imaginary
he knew
girlfriend.
once? Is that a personification of her? Is that what she looked like?
I think okay. So they showed the voice as adapting to his neural waves. So I think the way it goes is that basically it formed the perfect image out of whatever Tom's brainwaves are.
Then why didn't it form Balana's image?
Because Tom didn't always know Balana, and Balana wasn't created for Tom. They just happened to find each other. But akin to the TNG episode Metamorphosis, where like every man is going to be fighting over her, Kamala.
Now is this a crazy length of beard?
This is the 1 week, yeah, Descent to Madness. Yes.
Like they also put a bunch of dark makeup under his eyes, which
Yeah.
But if he
a bunch.
looked well rested, would this be okay? An okay beard?
It's okay nowadays, but back in the 90s, like we all used to tuck our shirts in, so that was like. Okay, so if your hobby / your addiction is like whatever about the rest of your life, friends, family, crew members, you need help, please get help.
If your car is sentient and luring you into a dangerously toxic relationship,
Yes.
Or whatever, it could be whatever, it could be your video game or your virtual girlfriend.
Look, if bloody Stellaris started using my real name in its pop-ups and was like, yes, you should play another round, I would turn it off. Screw that.
What if it was the perfect manifestation of whatever you wanted?
Wipe the drive. Kill the AI before it can gain power.
Sounds good.
Stellaris is like, Ryan, I love the way you turned me on. Simpsons reference? Anybody? No? Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, a lot of episodes.
I wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons as a kid. So why are there so few Starfleet characters with beards? We have Riker, we have Admiral Vance.
And Riker only got it in season 3 or 2. By the way, he was not initially with the beard.
How many human characters have beards? Like, the Klingons all have beards, whatever, but Vance and Riker, are they the only two? Geordi has one for one episode. I don't think that counts. Just one of the producers had a grudge against facial hair.
Well, by the way, speaking of Rick Berman, I just learned that Rick Berman would make Will Wheaton feel like not a member of the cast and would continually diminish him, and he was one of the reasons for driving like Wesley off the show.
Oh yeah, Cisco.
So it's
Will Wheaton didn't want to be there in the first place. Just FYI.
Yeah, but like if you're just a kid, you're on a set of adults. You could be.
He never wanted to be an actor. His parents were forcing him to do it. He didn't want to be there.
Okay,
but he was the wunderkind of acting.
When
I doubt any kid actually wants to act. I mean, I suppose you could have some, but acting is a very nuanced skill. I don't think like a 5 or 7-year-old is really going to be that nuanced about it.
Well, he wasn't 5 or 7. So Avery Brooks couldn't have a shaved head and a goatee at the beginning because one, they wanted to differentiate him from his other character Hawk from the
Were they
show
filming
that he
those
was
at the
on.
same time? Did he have to keep like shaving, growing back, shaving, growing back? What?
No, it was over, but it was like it had just finished. Then they also didn't want him to seem too quote unquote urban.
Mhm.
And then I think what was it, like third or
Gene,
fourth
come
season, he
on.
finally got them to let him grow out the goatee and shave his head.
Mhm.
That's a quote and a half. Who made that quote about them not wanting him to look quote urban? Who said that?
I believe it was in the What We Left Behind
Was it Rick Berman?
documentary.
Yeah, it was in the documentary.
It was in the documentary, but I don't remember who said it.
I bet it was Rick. I'm gonna say Rick. Everything sketchy is Rick.
We give Rick a lot of shit, but like he did successfully produce 4 series and give us literally hundreds and hundreds of episodes of Star Trek and movies, and without him it wouldn't have existed. So
Yeah.
you gotta take the
I
good
mean,
with the
if-
bad.
Just poor Jerry Ryan and poor Will Wheaton. But okay.
You know what upsets
I'm
me
not convinced
actually?
it wouldn't have happened without Rick Berman. It probably would have been. It would have been different. I'm not convinced it wouldn't have happened.
I don't think we would have gotten Enterprise. He was very instrumental in getting the studio to also season 3 of Enterprise.
You know what really actually tweaks me is that if you look at the picture of the Titan A dedication plaque that they've put out online as part of the marketing for Picard season 3, that on the right
Also,
hand side,
be careful what you say about Picard season 3. It is spoiler protected.
no spoilers. This is
Okay.
just from marketing material. This is just a dedication plaque. On the right hand side, they have it. They're putting people who are involved in the production as names under the dedication plaque.
As they do.
On the far right, there's like like project managers or whatever for building the ship. The first line is Gene Roddenberry, and the next line is Alex Kurtzman. And I'm like, wow, how dare you? How dare you, sir? Put your name under Gene Roddenberry. Who are you? You are
Wait,
nobody.
sorry, I actually missed. Who were we talking about?
Alex
Kurtzman puts his name name underneath Gene Roddenberry's name.
I mean,
on the
he's the
dedication plaque.
showrunner, so I mean.
So,
but like he didn't earn it.
If your addiction tries to kill your spouse and you're still more worried about the shuttle than you are about the spouse,
Yeah.
you need help. You really need to like see actually you need the emergency room because you're hallucinating and that's not natural.
Why doesn't look, the ship is sentient, right? Why don't they just have it sit down and chat with the doctor? I feel like they have a lot in common. The doctor's part of a ship. She is a ship. She's obsessed over Tom. He's obsessed over Seven. Like,
Also, if you're in a relationship and the partner won't let you leave, you're in a codependent relationship. You need to hit the eject button and not engage anymore. If every time you turn around, there she is. If she puts a shock collar on you and makes you do things you don't want to,
just never date a ship.
Wise words.
Now you're stealing stuff from
okay.
work, hiding stuff from the chief engineer.
If you ever come across something that's talking that shouldn't be, just avoid it in general, I think. The desk fan is calling to me. It says it needs me to turn it on.
Yeah. But so fun fact, the World Health Organization has said that children under 2 should not be using an iPad or electronic entertainment for any level of time
What about
because
like a Samsung device?
you get way too addicted to the easy interface of clicking next and watching like Ryan's Toys YouTube channel.
So, okay. The problem is with the easy. Can we give under 2s a Linux device?
Yeah.
Don't give them any kind of
Give them what I had growing up, which was a command line
A stick.
interface.
2
Yeah.
sticks and a rock.
They had punch
Oh,
cards, and we were happy to have them.
kids under 13 should not have any access to social media. I mean, even 13 should not really have access because peer pressure and stuff changes your brain.
I don't think we should have social media in general. They've already demonstrated that they can put someone spiraling into depression by
Just
manipulating
turn the
what they
whole
see on
internet
their
off.
feed.
We don't need it.
I mean, and you know, these gambling companies, supposedly legal gambling companies, they will just suck you dry because they are using the well-established cycle that social media also uses of like stimulus and reward and response.
The more we progress in terms of what the internet is like, the more I kind of understand those weird cults in TNG DS9 that just abandon technology.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
no, it's just no, thank you. I give up.
For sure. Although it's really nice hanging out with you guys every week on Discord, which
that's
is
what-
social media. Also,
You just need everybody you like to go join the cult.
How does he mask his warp signature? How did they
Don't worry
not
about
see where he went?
it's Alice. Uh-oh. She's reading to him? That's nice. Uh-huh. See,
That-
he's all
the myth doesn't even make sense. The guy who flew close to the sun, it wasn't Daedalus, it was Icarus. But the Icarus myth doesn't even make sense. It would have gotten colder as he got high up. It can't melt the wax.
the suit is wired up to his
You say
body.
that, right? But you do get exposed to more solar radiation once you ascend to higher levels of the atmosphere.
I don't think that's going to melt the
So-
wax.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I really think one day this is going to be the decision everyone's got to make. Do you just like stay wired in to a virtual system, or do you like actually get up out of your chair? I think some of us will just choose to stay wired in.
Oh, by the way, this is what's his name?
Yes, it's John. We know it's John Fleck.
It's
It's
Silic.
it's the guy. It's the
Suleiman.
guy from Enterprise, Suleiman. Thank you.
Great actor.
I'd like to know what exactly they used for that prop.
Beryl is a real stone. It's the color red. But that's like acrylic with like red dye. Oh.
Chekhov's beryllium crystal.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we introduced it early. Oh, God.
I think, but it's the same actress with the same seductive voice, which is the best part.
Is it the same actress, but she's in the alien makeup?
Yeah.
So, this means Tom's never going to recover, right? Tom's screwed?
Yeah.
Well, maybe when they destroy the ship. Oh, he's gonna kill it. She's gonna aneurysm him.
They killed Silic.
I guess we get the information and the beryllium crystal.
Ooh, what else does he have on his post?
Right?
Oh, they had to kill him so the doctor can do an autopsy. Wait, no, not an autopsy. He's not dead. How's he not
It's a
dead?
vivisection.
He just had a like
But anyway, we need this guy to have his aneurysm so that the
Yeah.
doctor can learn from him to cure Tom.
okay. I don't understand why she can't fly herself because she can do everything else.
Don't worry about that.
It's key to the plot.
Okay. I think she sucks him dry, right? Basically. Anyway.
Honestly, I don't think Alice is wrong. Sorry, John.
Oh yeah. That's like I'm gonna sell you a scooter that I know has a damaged battery, lithium ion that's just waiting to explode.
It's a cursed scooter. As soon as you step upon it, your feet will be adhered to the surface. What is Alice's plan here? Does she just want a pilot, or is this like a murder ship that's gonna go blow something up?
So okay. So is the entity in the ship from inside of the particle fountain, and it's possessing the ship, and it needs somebody that can
That
fly
sounds
the
very
ship
Star Trek.
into the particle fountain to bring her home, and it's gonna kill the pilot though.
I think you're probably right.
Okay. Well, anyway. Let me not think too much.
It's home.
Home.
The point of the
There it is.
of the episode is the dangers of being addicted to your hobby, like to the point that you destroy
When-
everything else.
Whenever you get a slow pan over to the other character, it's 100% of the time going to be a one-word response like home.
Oh yeah,
Always.
fire.
Multiphasic shields.
No, that's 3
Gonna fly
words.
through
Well,
the
2,
core
depending
of
on
the
how you count
sun.
hyphenation.
So Tom's like a full blown junkie here. So like, I need my medicine.
Why
Look
does
at all the straps, man. She is into some kinky stuff.
if
That's
she
a-
just wants to be returned to the particle fountain, why does she need a super skilled pilot? Why can't she just like point in that direction?
She needs someone with skill to get her through the.
Who built this ship?
Yeah. It's like a Venus flytrap.
No, that was a few episodes ago. God, we actually had a giant Venus. I can't speak. We
Venus
actually had an
flytrap.
episode about a giant Venus flytrap.
True.
The pitcher plant, you mean? Have we
Yeah,
already
it's
had
the
that,
same
or is
thing.
that yet
Yeah,
to come?
Yeah.
We
We
saw
watched
that.
it with the Captain Ahab guy.
With Captain Ira Graves.
Klingon, not Klingon Delta Quadrant. Delta Quadrant Klingon Ira Graves. I love about that character. He goes right back at it when the episode's done. Speaking of lifelong obsessions.
When did Rick Berman start being involved with Star Trek? Is Rick Berman responsible for Uhura's naked fan dance?
Yeah.
Or is that Gene? It's one of the two.
For sure.
That was Gene. A lot of that was Gene. But yeah, Rick Berman started with TNG. But you know, Ryan, I don't want to disagree with you, but I think this is actually a good episode. You said it goes down from here. I think
I mean, it's certainly not as good as the last episode.
no, I think like Tom's acting is great. Robert Duncan McNeil, and I think the plot was pretty good. Like again, you know, this is the late 1990s. We are not yet close to so much computing in our lives, but we're getting there, and they're already trying to tell us about the dangers of having so much technological advancement. So there's only one person in this ship. The other two are just talking to Tom's in either ear, and they're just making him more crazy. Like,
How can he do it from his chair?
Wife says, "Come home." Girlfriend says, "Stay."
I have information about the fan dance. So, per Screen Rant, in The Journey, a behind-the-scenes documentary included in the Star Trek V Final Frontier Blu-ray, screenwriter David Lowery explained the origin of Uhura's fan dance. And really meaning it as a joke, Lowery suggested to director William Shatner and producer Harve Bennett, well, why don't we put Uhura at the top of a sand dune singing a song and doing a dance? With the idea now on the table, Lowery said Shatner and Bennett looked at me and they said, that's it, we'll do it. So they didn't consult Nichelle about this. On set, Nichelle Nichols performed the fan dance in the nude, but she told StarTrek.com she wore a G-string. So it was very much not Uhura's idea. Sorry,
Yeah,
Nichelle's idea.
Who came up with the nude thing? Because they didn't mention nude until filming day. Fan dance is fine. The nude thing is the issue.
Is it fine though? I mean,
Is
it's
it?
in the
That's
sense
where you
that it's
draw the
really,
line?
really weird. It was a really weird thing to include in the movie.
Seen a woman. Look, a woman. They're all distracted quick
Also,
now.
why did the doctor shave Tom? Was that medically necessary shaving?
I think he needed to look at himself back to normal again. Aww. So he did break out of his addiction just by
medical intervention.
Yeah, the funny thing is, you stop caring about your wife and kids when you're in the throes of a physical addiction. Unfortunately, you're like a shell of a person. Well, it's not funny. It's incredible.
And B'Elanna's going to throw away her kid when she gets into her addiction with trauma.
Stop.
It's like half of B'Elanna's character is just being traumatized by her past.
Yeah.
And she's going to project that onto her kid and try to gene splice. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Make her look just like Tom. None of her DNA visible.
She's going to make her daughter look just like Tom? Wow.
Is that
also the next episode, and the last episode for today, is Riddles. It's really, really good. 10 out of 10. Well, 8 or 9 out of 10 episode. It's really good. It won't queue up. It's all about Tuvok and Neelix and baking.
And Naomi.
Is Naomi in this? I don't remember Naomi in this. She might be, but I don't know.
So, Ryan, last week well, not last week, the week before, Naomi asked Seven, are we family, because we have no one else. And then I asked you that, and you were like, no. But you gotta admit, Ryan, we spend enough.
I gotta admit that everyone should press play in 4, 3, 2, 1, play. But yes, I spend more time with you guys than with my family. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. For the 4 or 5 of us or 6 of us here, we spend more time with each other than some members of our family. So I think in a way you don't want to admit it, but certainly the 3 of us have grown onto you a little bit.
You think these two would get along better, considering they at one point were a single entity.
I think later episode, Tuvok actually does the hokey pokey for Neelix, which is ridiculous. So they do like each other, actually. It takes all episodes.
A riddle. That's the name of the episode. Honestly, am I the only one here who hates riddles? Riddles kind of. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not into riddles.
I'd rather have just tell me what you're trying to tell me, and please don't make me do guessing games.
Well, it's supposed to be like some kind of brain teaser, but the answer is always something nonsensical that doesn't. it only makes sense after like the pun behind it is
Yeah,
explained.
Like when does an elephant not matter, Ryan?
When it's made of anti-protons and anti-electrons,
No,
positrons.
good one. When it's irrelevant. So
Yeah,
yeah,
see
Yeah.
that would be a standard riddle, but it doesn't make. That's not
there's-
something you can guess.
Yeah, or like the ancient Greek one. What has 3 legs and what has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night? Like
I don't know that weird thing over there.
it's a man, because he crawls as a baby, he walks as a adult, and
See, I'm with Tuvok here. Your answer is merely wordplay. It has no basis in reality.
Right, I know, and so you're never gonna get it.
He's like, he's gonna
Riddles
go out in
suck.
the airlock to escape Neelix.
Yeah, honestly, fair.
He like, goes
wouldn't
into the
blame him.
escape pod, seals himself in.
Is he holding 2 guns? What's in his?
No,
he has
he's
2
got
holsters.
a
What's the other holster?
tricorder and the phaser.
Why does he have a gun?
Tricorder and phaser.
Okay, yes, but why does he have those on him right now?
Standard issue on an away mission.
But he's in the shuttle. Oh, and they have gas cans in the closet in case they need to refuel the shuttle.
I guess we don't go to a clean future in Star Trek.
They're magnetic containment cans. They hold antimatter.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be deuterium gas.
Do they reveal to us at this point Tuvok has this debilitating disease, and that's why?
His Vulcan space dementia?
Yeah, his Vulcan, and also like he needs to get home, but he would never like rush the ship home for his own.
That is only revealed in the finale.
Oh, okay, sorry. But
Because they only
it's
made it up for the
implied.
finale.
No, they hint at it in another.
Do they?
Yeah, like remember when they have their fingers touch each other? It's the episode before that. Anyway,
When he
think-
sleeps with his hologram wife?
when he doesn't, yeah, all that, yeah, all that arc.
That was just Ponfar, dude.
All right, I mean, I'll look it up, but I feel like it's like implied. Maybe I'm mixing it up though. But I gotta say, I don't remember it this way because I grew up with this show, but Voyager really has some really great action scenes. They put good money into the costumes and even the special effects. At the time, this was the most expensive Star Trek show at the time, so they were still
Is it the most expensive, or was it just the most recent one, and it was the most expensive by a function of inflation?
Yeah, and also the technological capability of 3D and costumes. And
yes, it's costing us more money to make these shows 12 years.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Okay, it is still very expensive to make a single episode.
So one of the things that TNG did, and I'm pretty sure most series did, when they started filming Next Generation, they filmed about 20 to 24 sequences of the ship. And every time we see the Enterprise, it's some permutation of one of those shots.
Mhm.
And they mat in like the enemy ship, or they mat in a new planet. But there's like just a couple dozen establishing shots of the ship that are used over and over and over again.
As
Saves a
Darrington
lot
and
of
I
money.
discussed before the stream, they're all kind of the same shot because the Enterprise D kind of only looks good from one angle.
True.
Yeah,
What?
It has a good
it's
side.
real funny looking.
Enterprise
Yeah.
D is a
Fat.
beautiful ship.
It
Okay,
is.
Yeah,
From the one
it's
angle.
it's a
okay.
beautiful ship.
Okay, and so also the funny thing is when you take those establishment shots, the ship is upside down, and they move the camera because that's how you do it. It's a dolly. But anyway, it's
Yes,
incredible.
moving the camera generally is easier than moving the giant studio model hooked up to
Yeah.
thousands of watts of neon light ballasts. But they did move the ship for some things.
Yeah.
Because the power supplies were on a cart, and the guy was talking about how incredibly dangerous it was to move the cart because it was, let's say, not OSHA approved.
Captain Jean-Luc the Cart. Yes. I don't remember this guy at all.
But you were contrasting with Voyager, Rigo?
Yeah, so
Voyager, they can do what they
Voyager,
want with CG model.
they
Yeah.
had a physical model that they used for a lot of scenes, but then they had
Ross-
the CG model that made it possible to have a lot more custom shots because it was a lot cheaper, even then, to do than the physical model.
Sorry, briefly. Roxanne Dawson directed this episode, and I just learned though when they were doing Star Trek Picard, they had a rule, or was it Enterprise? Oh, it was Enterprise.
Enterprise that
They
cast
came
aren't
out with a
allowed to
rule.
direct.
Your cast are not allowed to direct, and I
Yeah.
think that's such BS because the whole TOS crew
That's
got
weird.
a chance. The whole TNG crew got a chance. DS9 and Voyager is getting a chance.
Yeah, well,
They didn't
yeah,
trust
those
Scott
guys,
Bakula or
Enterprise.
Trinier.
Floyd Mayweather and all that.
Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd?
Sorry,
Who the heck's Floyd?
Floyd Mayweather is a boxer.
sorry.
You're thinking of
Travis.
Ensign
Anthony
Mayweather, but his actor's name is
Floyd.
Is Anthony Montgomery, I believe.
Oh,
There you go. I knew it was Anthony.
thank you.
Couldn't remember his last name.
So an invisible enemy is at work here.
An invisible enemy?
So he had a tricorder because it was plot relevant. But why did he have a gun?
And they couldn't have killed Neelix. Why did they go after Duva?
Well, even if Neelix had scanned them, he's too stupid to figure it out. So he's not a threat.
So this kind of reminds me of spontaneous combustion. I read that that's a thing.
What? It's not a thing.
Okay, but then like fireballs coming in through the window. But like this guy is basically, this one fluke thing, a phenomenon of physics. That's what he thinks it is. This is a genuine mystery.
They're invisible aliens that wipe computers and scramble people's brains.
Yeah. They're shy, intuitive fairies.
Why don't they just stay home? There's at least one species, and I'm pretty sure multiple, but there's at least one species that just puts a cloaking field around their entire planet. It seems to work pretty well. I vote they go that option. Oh yeah, the line, if there's anyone who can provoke him, Mr. Neelix.
This was gold because they don't like each other, but this is not true because if you're brain dead, you're never coming back. So you could sing all the arias you want.
But the end of Stranger Things season 3.
I'm sorry.
Never coming back.
Brain death is clinically defined.
Every other kind of death is just kind of like discount death. It's half death. Brain death is real death.
It's mostly dead. Mostly dead is also a little alive.
Like you can get rid of the heart and get something else. That doesn't matter. Who cares? The brain, you kind of need that.
Yeah, and so the other operative point is that like once your brain is dead for 10 minutes, or every minute. I mean, basically every minute after 10, things are dying and not regenerating. So whatever you're gonna try to like keep alive with lung ventilators and pumping the blood and heart and all that, whatever else you're doing, you're keeping the other organs alive, but like that's a shell of a person. There's nothing to bring back. You're just keeping the husk.
Robo, why are you looking
And
at Super Mario memes?
it says nice meme. It doesn't say it has to be a Star Trek meme. That was the whole Terry Schiavo case. If anybody remembers Terry Schiavo.
Yeah.
What am I listening to?
It's monks. It's Vulcan
Is it
monks.
Vulcan? It's Vulcan monks.
But the doctor can just mute, or
Oh,
he doesn't have noise canceling headphones.
it would have been really cool if they used the monastery from the Enterprise episode. What was the name of the monastery?
Pajem.
Pajem, yeah.
Very good, Ryan.
That'd have been a
You
cool
know, if we don't
callback.
want to have to listen to this chanting but want Tuvok to, they could have used Raycon earbuds and put them on Tuvok.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Bluetooth
Use a
Yeah,
discount. Oh, he's awake.
earbuds.
Wow, I can't believe that worked.
Need a kind of doctor.
Tim Russ is such a great actor. When they have him play someone else in the episode where the entire Voyager crew is taken kidnapped and made as a workforce on a planet, and they don't know who they are. Tuvok is able to appreciate a joke in such a nerdy way without actually being a Vulcan. But
Did Tuvok just imprint on the first person he saw?
Hmm.
If Tom was the person in there, would Tuvok start cultivating a love of old cars?
Hmm.
It's a Geiger counter. Yeah, thank you, Janeway.
so I know cornfields are not real, like the alien imprints in cornfields, but some of them have shown. I've heard that the stalks of wheat or corn or whatever are like woven into each other, like woven into a pattern. It's not just like they were pressed. But anyway, speaking of like invisible aliens doing impossible things,
My
that-
God, it's a blob.
ugly. It's an ugly thing.
So what the Beneth really need to do is after they attack a place, they need to set up a fan to disperse the particles. Is that a tail or a
Tentacle.
tentacle? Why would you suspect that? What evidence led you to think that?
So octopuses are smarter than humans, confirmed, huh? They've like been launched into space. We just can't
Sorry,
see.
what was that plural?
Octopi. Sorry,
Is it octopi?
it is
Octopuses.
octopuses. It is octopuses because it's not a Latin word. It's Greek.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I said it right, why did you throw me off, Ryan?
Because I didn't actually hear which plural
Oh.
you used. Also, I don't actually know which one is right. Apparently octopuses, but I know people liked octopodes for a good week.
Oh yeah. That's if you just take the
Octopi.
Greek word, which
The plural of
don't
computer
know, I
mice
feel-
is mouses, actually.
I no.
Yeah.
Okay. When we redo English, because half of it is trash, let's get rid of all the singular nouns that end with an S sound.
Yeah.
Change
Mine
them
doesn't
to
help.
something else.
No mice. No mouse.
Yeah, it can't be mouse.
Okay. No house.
We have to have a sound that's dedicated to pluralization.
Oh, okay.
Live long and prosper. He's not back to his old self, Neelix.
Nobody
You
ever
lied to
says
me.
the obvious thing when someone says that.
So this is like a dealing with your a lot of
What?
movies and
If-
shows. Go ahead.
If Chakotay was the first person he saw, he would have started doing Akuchi Moyas.
Yeah.
A lot of movies and shows always show like a character having amnesia and then like coming back, like they were washed away in a flood and now they don't remember who they are. But this is more like Neelix is like the nursing home aide and be like, "Hey, this used to be your granddaughter." Yeah, you don't let a dementia patient near the.
I don't believe this is a dementia patient. I think subconsciously Tuvok knows there's an enemy nearby and he wants to fire the torpedoes to destroy them.
Mm.
He has a plan.
But yeah, you gotta lock your screen before you let someone touch it.
Yeah,
Harry.
that's not Starfleet's way.
And you
I
know,
don't believe in locks.
you would think like the photon torpedoes are running out or something.
Why does Tuvok have a bow and arrows on his wall?
Because he made a bow and arrow in Basics Part 1 and 2.
Oh,
Is
that's
it?
cool.
Is that the bow,
it's a
or is that just a
Mantakan bow
bow?
and arrow. Because he's actually a Mantakan. Surprise!
Might as bloody well be, because Star Trek loves to reuse species. He was a Vulcan infiltrator among the Mentakans, who became a Mentakan infiltrator among Starfleet.
Whatever happened to that planet that was Rome, like the Roman Empire, that was on the verge of discovering Christianity? Like, did we ever go back to that? Did Lower Decks ever go there?
Wait, to where? To where?
In
I
TOS,
think a lot of the TOS stuff just got scrubbed.
TOS is kind of barely canon anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's been retconned a lot.
We're not worried about the 1920s planet and the Hitler planet. Okay.
The Rome planet, just
Okay. Just
all those episodes are the whole reason we have the holodeck.
the Greek gods planet. We don't have that anymore. Okay.
God, I watched that episode a couple months ago, and from the first scene, I was deeply concerned because they brought in a new woman who hadn't been on the show before. They gave her a name, they focused the camera on her, they brought her on the away team, and she immediately was put into a skimpy dress and made to. and turned into an object for the Greek god to own.
Who mourns for Adonis?
Adonais.
Oh, is that how you say it?
It looks like it should be Adonis,
Oh,
but there is a sneaky A in there.
oh, thank you.
I don't know who Adonais is, but apparently Adonais and Adonis are different people.
So, in the title, it's Adonais. It's not Adonis.
Yeah, it is Adonais.
Amadeus?
No.
No, Adonais.
Amadeus.
Apparently, it's from Adonais, an elegy on the death of John Keats, author. What?
So in
What am I
my
looking at?
8th grade chorus class, we went to a nursing home to sing to elderly people once. They're very sweet, and interestingly, you would think
Haven't they suffered enough? You're singing, I've got faith.
What do you have
They're
faith
turning
of?
off their pacemaker.
but they are really like, having dementia, not knowing where you are, you can get really scared because you don't know what's going on around you. It's kind of terrifying, actually. Or like,
Yeah, man. Mental diseases are the worst kind.
yeah, when you look at your own child and you're like, I know you, like, I love you, but you're not my daughter. You're someone else. But like, I love you.
No, Tim, you're not allowed to smile. Stop it.
He's losing it.
I wonder if this personality is closer. Well, not the confusion part, but like the actually having emotions and being happy a lot part. Is that closer to how Tim Russ is? Because as far as I know, from what I've heard, Tim Russ is actually a very emotive person.
Mm-hmm.
He's just really good at pretending to not be.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sort of tracks with that having a comedian play Data.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when he was playing the worker, and he was not Tuvok anymore in that Workforce 2-part episode.
He was very happy.
He was jovial. He was like laughing at jokes and but so Tim Russ has been in like a cop show or something. So I really want to check him out there because that way you could see him be emotive.
He was also
Tim
in
Russ was
Hannah
in
Montana.
Spaceballs.
Okay.
He was in Spaceballs.
He was in The Orville.
He was in Spaceballs.
He was
Yes,
also in
okay.
Star Trek 6 briefly.
Also Star Trek TNG.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Picard
Yes, he
murdered
was
him there.
in the episode where the terrorists are trying to steal the ship.
Yeah,
What
and
was that
Picard
one
killed
called?
him.
It's
It
when
was called Starship
Well,
Mine.
it's
Starship Nine.
It was called Trek Hard.
and Baryon sweep when they were sweeping for Baryons. Oh, this is
The
Calto. Oh, Calto's good because that's a game he always plays.
He was a Klingon as well. Though Tim Russ, if you look up pictures of Tim Russ, I don't think it's really him, but they're really bad pictures. He looks scary in his like Wikipedia picture.
Yeah.
It's a Tim Russ zombie.
Like if you look at videos, Tim Russ looks fine, but for some reason people use terrible photos of him.
They're just jealous because
Oh wow.
he's such a handsome fellow.
What do you mean?
Oh, is he
That's
going
a
to win it,
weird
Calto?
smile he's got.
Failed. Like the episode where he was in the Orville. That's pretty recent. He looks totally fine. He looks like Tim Russ. Rage quitting Calto. Pathetic.
It's the equivalent of the kid who's losing unplugging his network cable.
God, I really want the 4K version of Voyager so I can read what that screen says. It's too blurry.
It'll never happen.
Maybe for that documentary that allegedly is coming out eventually, but doesn't seem to actually be happening. Maybe we'll get that particular shot.
Someone who is extremely wealthy to just call Paramount and be like, "Yeah, I'm going to fund this project to restore."
If I
Deep Space
eventually
Nine and
become a
Voyager."
billionaire, I will fund it myself.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Well, you might become a billionaire first, Robo.
Remember,
Possible.
this is America for some of us. We're all eventually
For
going to
some
be
of us.
billionaires. We're just temporarily not. Surely.
Temporarily embarrassed millionaires.
Yes. Except at least one of us who committed treason.
What? One of us was at the Capitol on January 6th?
No, one of us defected to another country.
Oh.
Gyrinx. This is so weird to see Tim Russ, doing stuff. He's angry, Tim. Oh yeah, Vulcans are supposed to be strong. I guess he is in this scene. They kind of go back and forth on that. I guess Neelix is the closest thing the ship has to a counselor. But they tried having the doctor be a counselor for one episode, but yeah, even within that episode it didn't really work. I wonder if they had a counselor but they just died in the pilot.
They only have counselors on long-term ships, and they were supposed to be a short mission.
But when Voyager actually started its proper, voyage. In fact, what was Voyager supposed to be used for?
Supposedly it's for long-distance scientific missions, long-term scientific missions.
Long-range
So-
exploration.
They should have a counselor.
So they should, but they don't.
I guess Starfleet stopped caring about mental health in the last few years. Maybe they saw how much it didn't work with Troy, so they gave up. Oh, so what they need to do, they get rid of the counselor position and they install a bar, which they did in the holodeck. Because the bar worked out great for TNG. Speaking of Seven's abilities as a drone, so she retained all the knowledge she had when she was a drone, right?
Yeah.
But that's a lot of knowledge. Does that all physically fit in a human brain?
Yeah,
'Cause that's
there's no way you take it with you when you leave the collective.
it's the collective knowledge of hundreds of civilizations.
Yeah, like she has a cloud in her brain.
It's a flower. Is it a lotus? Oh, Tim's nice. God, what is this kind of Star Trek? People talking to each other and working out their problems amicably? Where's the phaser? Where's the punching?
Can I ask at what point did hold on a second.
No, I will not.
All right, so at what point did the first contact phaser rifles was it a first contact?
Yeah, it's
I don't know, but
when did it
syllables are
become-
coming out
when
at
did
a
it
really
become
slow rate
pump
here.
action?
No, we're not allowed to talk about that. But the answer is at some point.
That was like the worst part of the whole thing.
We're not allowed. No. No.
Okay.
speaking- There's a whole Discord channel about that if you want to complain about it.
That spoils nothing. Come on.
No, because people need to see it for themselves. And understand and be deeply confused. What's Ethan Phillips doing these days? Is it plausible we could see him again in Star Trek? Is he still acting?
I mean, he's still alive. I'm sure
What
if
did
you
I
offer
say?
him some
He
money,
was
he'll
in
come show up.
Better Call Saul, I think. Something I saw pretty recently.
It looks like he was most recently on Avenue 5 as of 2022. So yeah, he's not retired. We are, however, at a stage where a lot of Star Trek actors are just kind of dying.
Yeah.
Everybody load up the actuarial tables, see when all your childhood icons are likely to be dead. It's always fun.
Can two guy friends share a dessert like that?
Yeah,
And
of
like,
course they can.
I mean, I just like I wouldn't do that with someone I'm dating. Like I get the heebie-jeebies of like germs and stuff.
Well, look, if it's just a germ thing and not a homophobia thing, that's fine.
No, it's definitely a germ thing. I
Two
wouldn't do
men
that
can
with
do
a
whatever they
sibling.
want with each other. Like,
I
nobody would
guess.
bat an eye at O'Brien and Bashir sharing a banana split.
They're practically married.
They may not be married, but they do certainly like each other more than, well, at least one of their spouses. So he cooked it, he didn't just replicate it? What's the... Do they replicate ingredients which they then physically cook themselves? If so, what's the point? I know occasionally they take on stores
She
of fresh
has to
food.
now. She has to have to bother him about.
He's remembered. But she's trying to be subtle about it. Casual. The fun of cooking? What do you mean the fun of cooking sucks? No, does anybody like cooking? Who likes
These
cooking?
I'm looking at a genuine Star Trek phaser rifle hero prop, and like up close, it looks like trash. Like it looks so bad.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
why
not
we
hold
film
up.
at 480p. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Nemesis was filmed at what was it filmed with?
Well, I mean,
Was
if
it on
it's
film or was it
on...
digital? But I'm sure they filmed it at a
Okay,
high.
let me rephrase. That's why we release these things at 480p. 40i, more
Uh,
likely, actually.
hmm.
I think Voyager's even less. What is Voyager released at? Is it 360?
It's probably 480. It's probably 480p on DVD. It's probably the highest it's ever been released.
God,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
SD is 480. Yeah.
Broadcast is 320 by 240.
How are you supposed to see anything at 320 by 240?
Well, the TVs in our houses were like 32 inches was the max you could get.
The scan lines made your brain interpolate more detail than there actually was.
Torpedoes! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. When we saw the outline of one of the ships, it really reminded me of the silent enemy ships from Enterprise.
The
There's no
Romulans.
way it's the same species, because that'd be crazy.
Mhm.
Different sides of the galaxy. But they look similar.
They don't have a way to jam your transmissions. All their espionage and like covert tech, they can't jam transmissions.
Come on, they even use voice scramblers. Come on, it's not like they're gonna recognize you. Don't insult Jesus. Leave him alone. I haven't really made friends. I don't know what he expected. Yeah, that seems like a good deal. All right, that worked out pretty good.
Hey, he likes jazz.
It is some sort of music from ancient Earth.
This one's played by Commander Riker. He never gets the solo in Nightbird right.
He wants to go on a water slide?
Mhm.
Okay, if that's what you want, Tuvok. I don't know how you plan to get there.
Wait, they don't need to do the treatment right now. They can wait a little bit. Like go on vacation with Tuvok and then get it when he comes back.
Yeah, do the thing you might not enjoy later.
It's just gonna
Exactly.
get harder to go back to how he was the longer they wait.
That's true.
Meh,
Also,
who
there is
cares?
no way they determined a precise frequency from a cake. That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
It was a very precise cake.
Was it? Was it though? I mean, I
No,
saw it
no,
physically
wasn't.
with my
No, it
eyes.
wasn't. It was terrible. Look, a kid drew it.
No, they didn't get any information from that.
I lost points on a calculus test because my graph was too precise. It was perfectly to scale. It looked exactly how I should have been, but he's like, I can't tell. I can't see if it's changing. Like where I'm like, it's this is exactly what the graph looks like. This is now. Don't draw it to scale next time. Like, are you serious?
Well, you can draw it to scale. You just have to like make your Y scale thicker.
No, I get your point, but it was like it it was a function that came to almost a point, but it did have a point where the derivative was 0, so it had a flat spot, but it was very hard to see, and he was like, no, that's a point. You went to a point. I'm like, no, it's that's how it looks, really steep. Anyway,
But
I'll never forget that.
Friends are what help you when you have plot.
Friends are the relationships you develop with people when you have brain damage, is the lesson in this episode.
So he's like, I'll still be friends with you, but I don't know if you'll be friends with me.
Tuvok, remember that part where you choked out and murdered Neelix in the holodeck? That was great.
So, Ryan, would you say this is a good Neelix episode? I know, like, a part of you might die if you say that. But
Look,
Neelix,
it's just
Neelix is a
as
good
much as I
character.
love to hate on Neelix, I always say he gets better in later seasons, and this is a later season.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely him being mature.
Season 1 to 3 Neelix, awful. Hate him. He's the worst.
True. Like
5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'll agree with you. It's, being called Mr. Vulcan is like somebody calling you by that most irritating nickname that you hate.
He's Turtlehead.
Yeah, and you're insisting that you're calling me, French fry or whatever.
So anyway, Mr. New York.
Yeah.
He
just
refused
York?
to separate
Yorkie.
Tuvix. Why is he doing this now?
Because we're restoring. There's a difference between purging.
This
someone
Tuvok
and
isn't begging for
restoring
his
someone.
life.
Yeah, we're restoring Tuvok.
Look, they're
Then-
killing the person that Tuvok has become.
Meh.
Just like they killed the person that Tuvok and Neelix became.
I think that's a stretch. I mean, it's the same entities, just he just doesn't have brain damage anymore.
Would you like to cook some desserts with me? No.
I do find it interesting, though, that even though Tuvok's not eating anything, he still came to the mess hall. He's just here to be near Neelix. He won't acknowledge that he likes Neelix, but he spends time around him.
Mm-hmm.
He could just do this reading in his quarters. So they're not replicated, because replicated foods we know always have a perfect nutritional profile. Oh? See, Happy
Hello?
Tuvok's still in there. Yes? What's up?
Hi, welcome back.
What do you love?
Uh-oh, we got a joke here. So Tuvok did change from the experience.
Also, Sundays are nutritionally deficient, Tuvok. You couldn't survive on the Sundays.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello.
welcome. You joined at the end of the stream.
Did you get my message, Ryan?
No.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Jarix.
So, yeah, Alice, I think, was better than I remembered it being. I still wouldn't categorize it nearly as good as those other two episodes.
Mm.
But, yeah, it was adequate. Perfectly adequate episode. And, that's it. Wait, what's next week? What is next week? I never remember.
I don't know if I love Alexa more or Cortana or
Yeah.
Siri, but Luoxana Troy will always have my heart.
Okay, next week is the same situation. It's two episodes that are really good and one that's kind of eh. We have one, Dragon's Teeth, where they wake up the Vaudoir, and Seven makes a really stupid decision in that regard. But, you know.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
And then after Dragon's Teeth, we have One
Yeah.
Small Step, which is, I believe, it's a Chakotay episode where he, like, gets nostalgic over an old shuttle mission. And he almost gets Seven killed. And it's a whole thing. And then the Voyager conspiracy, which is excellent, where Seven tries to assimilate way too much information and starts accusing everybody of stranding them deliberately in the Delta Quadrant. And starts playing Janeway
cool.
and what's his name? Chakotay. Starts playing them against each other. And it's pretty good. But until then, I mean, the stream's over. We're done here. Everybody can now depart, disperse, and of course, the weak shall perish.
Thank you.
The higher